Hello guys, Brad here again with another fragrance review. Today I want to talk about a replica fragrance from Maison Margiela called Whispers in the Library. Be very quiet. People are trying to watch Netflix. Don't want to disturb them watching Stranger Things in the library. And this was classified as an amber woody, came out in 2019. Vanilla, woody notes, pepper, and cedar. And the description, the slowing down of time between books and the whispers of turning pages. So it's supposed to be sort of the soft, subtle fragrance, the smell of books, bookshelves, the wax that holds the books together, things like that. And maybe some people do say it does remind them of the smell of a library, and we've certainly had other fragrances over the course of time that have been trying to be inspired by books in the past. I think like Le Labo, Santal 33, Paul Smith's Story, things like that, the smell of books. But basically what you get here is a very basic woody vanilla fragrance. The woodiness here is very thin and almost papery, so maybe that's where that paper-like smell comes from, and the reference to a library. Certainly vanilla in here as well, a slightly boozy vanilla. There's some spiciness here, but it's not overly spicy. It's not nearly as peppery as like Bang or anything like that. It's just a very subtle spiciness, and usually cedarwood has a peppery undertone anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So a woody vanilla fragrance, very basic and simple, and I don't find it to be all that impressive. It smells okay, and it would certainly be a good signature scent for someone looking for a very basic woody vanilla fragrance for the fall time. Personally, I actually preferred By the Fireplace, which I thought was a lot more interesting because By the Fireplace had like chestnut in there and some other things that gave it like a roasted chestnut by the fire feel, marshmallows, things like that. I thought that one was much more bottle worthy and interesting. So I would say if By the Fireplace was Seinfeld, Whispers in the Library would be Friends. If you're like me, you like both, but you greatly would rather watch Seinfeld. It's kind of like that. So for me, this one's not really full bottle worthy. I'd probably just go ahead and go with By the Fireplace if I'm in a mood for like a vanillic smell. And this is unisex. Guys can wear it. I can see where maybe women would like it more because I think women do tend to enjoy the vanilla smells more than guys. I think guys are probably more of a tonka bean kind of a smell, but that is based on preference, and not everybody sees eye to eye with how I feel about sweet fragrances. But yeah, if you just like woody vanillas, definitely want to get your nose on this one and see what you think. So let's get into some final scores here. The smell, 6.5 out of 10. It's perfectly fine smell, just not very exciting or unique or different from what I've smelled before. Projection longevity, like I said, Whispers in the Library implies a soft, subtle fragrance, and that's kind of what you get here. We'll say 3 to 5 hours, nothing too special, 6.5 out of 10. Versatility, I think this one does scream fall more so than any other season because of that vanilla tone in the cedarwood mixed in there with some pepper. It's not really strong enough to be a great winter fragrance. Certainly doesn't seem like something that people would gravitate in the summer either. So yeah, versatility is pretty much basically a fall-centric type fragrance, and it seems to me that Replica does seem to specialize in fall fragrances. They have one called Autumn Leaves as well. I think Jazz Club, all those fragrances seem to be like a good fall experience to check out. Uniqueness, I'll say 6 out of 10. Nothing new here. Pepperwood, vanilla, very basic and done to death pretty much. FragranceNet has a 3.4 tester for $127.49, and I believe they also have regular bottles, full presentation, for a little bit more than that. Overall, for me, 6.5 out of 10. A perfectly fine scent if you like woody vanillas, but it's not very interesting or unique. I would recommend sticking with By the Fireplace if you like more of a roasted chestnut with marshmallows kind of a thing. But if you're into more of a basic, simple, kind of like a Bath and Body Works, just a little mist smell with vanilla, some woods, this one might be up your alley, and you might want to check it out and see how you feel about it. You might like it more than me. But that's my final thoughts on Replica's Whispers in the Library from the House of Maison, Margiela. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.